In a parliamentary form of government, the Council of Ministers takes initiative in the process of law making. The scheme, policy plans, etc., are drafted and discussed and then introduced in the House. The Council of Ministers discusses important questions before making a decision. Education, agriculture, industry, health, foreign relations, among others, are subjects upon which the Council of Ministers has to decide specific policies or direction of work. The Parliament needs to be taken into confidence about the policy decisions taken by the government. Therefore, the ministers of respective department may lay their policy plans in the House to bring about a discussion on it. Implementation of policy is the foremost responsibility of the Council of Ministers. Once the Parliament approves the laws, the Council of Ministers implements them. So, children, to take initiative in the process of law making, prepare drafts and discuss them in the Parliament is one of the functions of the Council of Ministers. To frame policies related to different subjects like education, agriculture, industry, health, foreign relations, etc., and get them approved by the Parliament. And to implement the laws and policies approved by the Parliament. All these are the functions of Council of Ministers. Now the next part that we will come to know, how does the Parliament keep a check over the executive? In a parliamentary system of government, the legislature tries to keep control over the executive. That is the Council of Ministers. The control is exercised in the law making or policy making process, implementation of policies, and even after that. A few ways of exercising control are, so children, how does the Parliament keep to a check over the executive? That in a parliamentary system of government, the legislature tries to keep control over the executive, and the control is exercised in the law making or the policy making process, implementation of policies, and even after that. The first one is, that is discussions and debate. Debate and discussion among the members of the House are an integral part of the law making process. These debates and discussions help the members to scrutinize the policy proposals and laws and point out the shortcomings. These discussions are essential for creation of healthy laws. So children, during the law making process, discussions and debates helps the members to scrutinize the policy proposals and laws and point out the shortcomings. This helps in creation of healthy laws. The second part is question hour. During the parliamentary sessions, the proceedings of the House begins with the questions asked by the members of the House. The concerned ministers are supposed to give satisfactory answers to these questions. Question hour is one of the most effective ways of keeping a check over the Council of Ministers. During question hour, members criticize the government and ask questions on various issues. Sometimes, when a member is not satisfied with the answer of the minister, arguments takes place. Occasionally, members walk out of the house or enter into the well of the house and give slogans to record their protest. So, children, during question hour, members criticize the government, ask questions, argue over various issues. The concerned ministers are supposed to give satisfactory answer to these questions. When a member is not satisfied with the answer and argument takes place, it may result into a walkout by the members and they may enter the well of the house and raise slogans. So, children, discussion and debates and question hour, these are the two ways of exercising control. The next one, that is 0 hour. During the parliamentary sessions, the period around 12 noon is called 0 hour. During this period, any question of public importance can be raised and discussed. So, children, during the parliamentary session, the period around 12 noon is called 0 hour. Any question of public importance can be raised and discussed during this period. And the next one, that is the most effective way, no confidence motion. This is the most effective ways to keep a check on the Council of Ministers. The government stays in power till it enjoys the support of majority in Lok Sabha. If the members of parliament withdraw the support, it may lead to loss of majority and the government cannot stay in power. The members of the House can move a no confidence motion by simply expressing we do not have confidence in the government. If the motion is passed with majority support, then the Council of Ministers has to resign. There is an extensive bureaucracy that works under the executive. So, children, the members of parliament can move a no confidence motion against the Council of Ministers. If the motion is passed with majority support, then the Council of Ministers had to resign. It is the most effective and powerful tool to keep the Council of Ministers in check. So, children, in this topic, the Union Executive, you have come to know the structure of union government. Then the legislature, executive, and judiciary are the three organs of the state, and that they work for the welfare of the people. India's union executive comprises of the President, Prime Minister, and Council of Ministers. Yesterday I told you about President, who is the constitutional head, and the President is the supreme head of the state. The office of the President has the highest honor and prestige, and it represents the Republic of India. Yesterday also I discussed about the election of the President. He is elected by directly elected representative of the central and state legislature. And then you came to know the powers and functions of the President. Today I have discussed the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. The party which attains a majority in elections nominates their leader as Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers is then formed of trustworthy colleagues from within the party. Then you have come to know about the functions of Prime Minister. The foremost task of the Prime Minister is to form his Council of Ministers. After deciding upon the members of the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister allocates portfolios to them. The Prime Minister leads the Council of Ministers. After allocation of portfolios, the Prime Minister has to maintain coordination in the working of various departments, and the Prime Minister also has various other responsibilities, such as to raise the image of the country in the international arena and work towards achieving a favorable opinion globally. Then you have come to know the functions of Council of Ministers. In a parliamentary form of government, the Council of Ministers takes initiative in the process of lawmaking. Education, agriculture, industry, health, foreign relation, among others, are subjects upon which the Council of Ministers had to decide specific policies or direction of work, and implementation is the foremost responsibility of the Council of Ministers. Then children, I have discussed how does the parliament keep a check over the executive. The control is exercised in the law making or policy making process, implementation of policies, and even after that. A few ways of exercising control are: the first one, discussion and debates; the next one is question hour; then the 0 hour, and no confidence motion. So, children, in this topic, you have come to know about the Union Executive. Now, it is your turn to read the topic in detail from your textbook. You should open page number 75 and you should read the topic in detail. Next week, you will get the PDF of question answers. Still that time, you should read the topic and also you should listen to the videos carefully. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.